Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we before we start presentation, let me introduce my name. My name is Iwan Maulana. Today we will presentation about national units and national planning. Let's begin. National units. What is the national units? The national unit is a political, cultural, and social units. The unit it is used to identify national and unify units. Simple Indonesian. What is the official unit? An official unit is a unit that has a special legal status in a country. Example, units Jawa. Next. Facto and de jure status of links. Facto is a country that has legally recognized national units. For example, Indonesian has a de jure official units, while de facto is the national units that happen to be as by the majority of people in certain country and has not been legally recognized. Example, the United States The United States of America in English does not have an official unit de jure because of the colonization carried out by British, so the most of American population is fluent in English. Next, language planning. Language planning is the government effort to establish one language as unifying tool from many languages in society to communicate. For example, in Indonesia, of the many languages, Indonesian is the language that unity language. Next, status or mistake planning. Status is the change to language function, language variety, and the rate of those who use it. The purpose of language planning is to elevate the status of the language to become a national language or an official language. Example, Malay is distinct as the national language, so the Malay is raised in status. Next, corpus planning. Corpus planning is a language that has been chosen and then the structural inset again among other. Development, the orthography. 2. New sort of vocabulary. 3. Dictionary. 4. Literature. 5. Extending the arts in source area as government education. Threat purpose for general arts. Next, acquisition planning. Acquisition planning contributes to spreading the limits to encourage the number and understand the most inspired method in encouraging the acquisition of a limit is to ask the education system. For example, in Indonesia, early childhood must be taught to be as good and correct Indonesian. Next, developing a standard variety. What is that about standard? What is standard about standard variety? Standard variety is the language variety that has undergone substantial codifying of grammar and also exceptionally, the term refers to as entry of a language that includes a standardizes from as one is of variety. Standard variety of English. Essentially, there are two main variants of standard written English as in the world today: British English and American English. Next, planning for national official English. From function and attitude. There are 4 steps involved in developing a code variety. Selection. choosing the variety or coded to be developed. Codification standardizing is structural of linguistic features. Elaboration extending is function for us in new domain. Scoring is acceptance. The status of the new variety is important, and so people attitude to variety being development must be considered. Next, the linguistic role in linguistic planning. Linguistic planning is defined most simple as deliberate language change. Language planner generally focus on specific language problem. The role is to develop a policy of language as which will solve the problem appropriately in particular speech community. Next, codification of orthography. Codification writing system establishing normative rules for grammar, orthography, pronunciation, and vocabulary as publishing grammar book and dictionaries. Developing vocabulary. Vocabulary refers to the collection of words that person know and as use. Vocabulary development is the process acquiring new words. Acceptance. What's the acceptance in language planning? The implementation step is the agile use of the standardization process acceptance by the speech community ultimately decides on the success of rule of different set of linguist deletion matching as stack of selection codification. Next, codification. Codification is the process of selection, developing, and uniting language into a standard and easy to understand language. Baik, terima kasih sebelumnya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.